Two big stories on everybody's mind today. One is what's happening with the Home Minister of Maharashtra, and the other, also related to Maharashtra, is the number of COVID cases there. We look at both of them, but first up, what's happening in the politics. Now, Home Minister Anil Deshmukh today resigned today, citing moral grounds hour after the Bombay High Court ordered a CBI probe to carry out a preliminary inquiry on him and also on the allegations of the former police chief Param Bir Singh. As per Deshmukh's own admission, he said, and I quote, "I don't want to continue as Home Minister as an investigation is on," and he sent that letter. Now, let's look at the letter right here. And in fact, it is not just the story of this one letter, it's the story of two. What is this? Well, this is the other letter which was actually sent by Param Bir Singh to the Chief Minister, saying that these are the allegations that he feels that he has to bring out before the Chief Minister. That's how the entire story really unfolded. We look into all aspects of these cases. First up, let's go across to Saurabh Gupta, joining us live now from outside the residence where all the action is really unfolding. Saurabh, as we look at both these letters, trying to understand which way the story is really moving forward, the question on everybody's mind is A, who is going to replace Anil Deshmukh, and second, more importantly, where does this leave the alliance at this point? Is it compromised, and will the buck then not just stop with the Home Minister but go all the way to the Chief Minister as well, as the complaint actually had gone to him?
I believe the line's disconnected, but if I heard your question correctly, what you were asking is, does the buck stop at the Chief Minister, and who does it stop at? Does it indeed stop at the Home Minister? Well, for the BJP, the opposition in the state, obviously it is much more than that, and they are now obviously gunning for many more people in the government, and that's something that the BJP strategy is as far as this is concerned. But otherwise, what we know is that, the new Home Minister of the state is in all likelihood going to be Dilip Walse Patil, who is of course a very close aide of Mr. Sharad Pawar, who's also started off his career as working for as his PA. But this is Mr. Dilip Walse Patil, and in all likelihood he's going to be the next Home Minister of the state. Now, obviously, apart from that, the politics of this is also, I beg your pardon, important to note. And that is, the fact that, the Sena and the NCP seems to have decided, and the Congress is on board on this with as well, that they're going to have Anil Deshmukh move out for now, because at the end of the day, the thought process seems to be that Anil Deshmukh's continuance as Home Minister, especially with the Bombay High Court order, paving the way for a CBI inquiry into the allegations made against him by the former Mumbai Police Commissioner Param Bir Singh, would make it difficult for him to continue. And Anil Deshmukh seems to have cited the same reasons in his resignation letter to the Chief Minister. There are conflicting reports on where Anil Deshmukh is at the moment. He did leave his home here a short while ago, and there could have been 2 or 3 locations that he could have gone to. But the politics is that the government is stable at this point. That's what we are hearing from the government, that it is a unanimous decision, and that at the end of the day, the home portfolio, which was with the NCP, remains with the NCP. So there's no reason for any of the allies to get upset.
All right, so the allies not to be upset, all is well at the moment at least, but frankly, this is what we've been hearing for quite some time. Sharad Pawar had come out in a huge show of support for Anil Deshmukh as well, and then see where we are today. So things are developing very, very fast in this story, so we'll have to track all those details, but let's take it forward with our guest this evening. We've got Ashutosh Srivastav, political analyst and advocate, Supreme Court. He's taking a pro-BJP line over here. We've got Charan Singh Sapra joining us as from the Congress party in Mumbai, and also we've got Christo joining us as a spokesperson for the NCP. If I can go to the NCP first and just get like an understanding of what exactly is happening at this point within that party. A party which had earlier said that nothing is wrong, there is no reason for Anil Deshmukh to resign, there is no question, we are standing with them. Then we heard of this closed-door meeting happen between Amit Shah and NCP chief Sharad Pawar in Ahmedabad. Now we know suddenly after the Bombay High Court has said that there needs to be investigation, he has resigned. So what exactly is happening? Can the NCP spokesperson please take us through that? What exactly is the talk like inside the party?
Well, so they're trying to search for the name Clyde Castro. This is Clyde Castro, NCP spokesperson. Okay. Now, I heard what you said. I mean, we still stand by Mr. Anil Deshmukh. Okay. We are with him. We will be with him for sure. I mean, he talks about somebody meeting somebody. I mean, things keep flying around and no point paying attention to all those things. I'd like to tell you one thing very clearly. I mean, the court has given a directive and we respect the court's, order. And after listening to what the court had to say, Mr. Anil Deshmukh himself expressed the desire that he would like to resign. And that's what has happened. We have taken the moral ground. He's taken the moral ground and he's resigned. And now let the court, whatever is directed, let it follow the process, and we will go by what the process has to say. So,
right.
I mean, there's nothing
but Mr. Castro, don't you think it's a bit of an embarrassment for the party to be actually taking a U-turn at this point? Earlier, you came in all the defense of Anil Deshmukh, and today you had to retract. Something changed, right?
No, what is the U-turn in here? We will still defend him. We still stand by him. But when the court says something, you have to respect the court. Nobody's above the law. Nobody's above the judiciary. We have to respect it, and there's no question of U-turn. I'm telling you on record that we still support him. We still stand by him. He expressed his desire that on moral grounds, since this is going to happen, I'd like to resign. He met Mr. Sharad Pawar, and Mr. Sharad Pawar said, okay. And then he's gone and met the Chief Minister, Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, and he's accepted. That's the whole point. So where is the U-turn here? Where is the embarrassment here? I mean, tell me something. My question to you is, and I'm sure you've reported this before, the earlier Fadnavis government, 22 ministers were questioned. There was stint on 22 ministers. Mr. Fadnavis kept on distributing clean chits. He was printing clean chits and giving them out. Nobody spoke about morality. Naitikta ki baat kar rahe hai. What naitikta are they talking? Do they even know the meaning of morality or naitikta? Here is a minister.
No, नैतिकता की बात तो NCP कर रहा है ना. Anil Deshmukh is the one who said.
उन्होंने शुरुआत की.
Anil Deshmukh is the one who said that I want to resign on moral grounds. Right.
You should resign. Well, what happened to the naitikta when the 22 of the ministers? You want me to read out the names? I can read out all the names of those 22 ministers who were questioned, but nobody resigned at that time. Nobody resigned. Okay. They got clean chit.
Let's get a BJP perspective now. Ashutosh is with us. Ashutosh, it is obviously a day for BJP to rejoice and come out and say, look, we've been asking for it. This has finally happened. But, I have a larger question here. Currently, there are two probes that are on in this matter and in this entire case, really. One that the Supreme Court, that the Bombay High Court, has ordered now, which the CBI will be holding. The Maharashtra government had also ordered a single person member to sort of inquire into this matter and find out more. Right?
Yes,
at the moment, with the compromised position of CBI that we've seen in the past as well, ultimately, it's come down to two probes being done by two separate agencies, both with political masters. For a common man looking into this entire quite crazy story, to be honest, whom do I trust? It will be one word against the other.
I feel that since the matter was taken up by Bombay High Court and the entire issue was reserved for orders on 31st March and today the order has been passed. So obviously the court has gone through all the prima facie evidences and the allegations put by Mr. Param Bir Singh, and the other petitions were also there, which included the allegations against him. Considering everything, the court has passed an order today giving the probe to CBI, and the court has given 15 days time to CBI to have a preliminary inquiry in this matter and then submit the report. Then after that report is submitted, the CBI will be at liberty to see if there is any further evidence or if there is any further probe required.
That
yes.
Of course we know about. What I'm trying to say is that with the compromised position of the CBI, where exactly will this go further? Let me bring in the Congress spokesperson now. Charan Singh Sapra is with us. Mr. Sapra, we've seen a sort of silent opinion, not saying much on this from the Congress party so far. But now with the resignation coming in, where do you stand?
Well, see, we have already said that after today's stricture of High Court after they have said that CBI should inquire. It is the right thing that Mr. Anil Deshmukh has submitted his resignation. I feel we should not jump the gun and let's wait. It is a time-bound inquiry. 15 days have been given by the High Court, and let things get clear after 15 days.
Right. And what would you say then, Mr. Chapra, to those who are saying at this point that look at this alliance right now and look at the Chief Minister? Is his position, is his authority compromised at all at this point? Because if you look at how the construct of this entire alliance was, we saw Sharad Pawar as being the man who actually crafted, put in the blueprint, and now his own minister has had to step down, one of the tallest position they had after the Deputy Chief Minister, of course.
See, everything is going as per the constitution. I feel BJP should not talk much because we have seen examples with BJP where they have not, their ministers have never resigned on the moral grounds. I remember Yediyurappa only was asked to resign. He was protected till the strictures were passed against Yediyurappa. Yet, even few days ago, the courts have given something against Yediyurappa. So BJP cannot talk about high moral grounds. I would again reiterate that Anil Deshmukh has given this resignation on moral grounds, and I feel it is the perfect decision which he could have taken.
All right, last word there to the NCP now. Clyde, we now have, I'm looking at this letter really, like I said in the beginning of the program as well, there are two letters that need to be looked at. One is the resignation that came today of Anil Deshmukh, and then the all-important letter where it all began, what Param Bir Singh had written to the Chief Minister. And I just want to draw your attention to the 7th point there, wherein he talks about a target of accumulating 100 crores a month. He's saying over 1,700 bars, restaurants and other establishments were to be targeted, and that fund had to be collected and brought in to the Home Minister. These are very, very pointed allegations. He's also attached some messages that circulated as well. How exactly is NCP planning to come out of this entire mess?
Well, a man who has been hailed as hero by the BJP was in office, when all the supposedly, according to him, allegedly the word that he used was happening. Why did he not speak then? Why did he speak only after he was transferred? Why did he only talk about the WhatsApp after he was transferred? He could have spoken about this.
He's already got the punishment. He has nothing more to lose. That's why.
Can I finish?
Yeah, please. But talk about the WhatsApp messages that I've pointed out.
I'm coming to that. You didn't hear when I said WhatsApp? I'm sorry, maybe the line is wrong. I didn't mention the word WhatsApp. Okay, so he talked about the WhatsApp
we didn't hear that. You can go again, please. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll say it again. I'll repeat it. A man who was in office. Then once he's transferred, after he is transferred, he talks about the WhatsApp message, and then he talks about all this that is happening. Why couldn't he talk when he was there, the Commissioner of Mumbai Police? He could have spoken then too. Why did he not do that? Allegations can be thrown and said whatever. He could, any number can be given. Anybody can say anything. The fact of the matter is it has to be proved. And now that the court has taken cognizance, the court has said that there should be an inquiry. We will respect it, we will follow it, and let's wait for the inquiry to come and give us the right decision on this one. I mean, people can throw numbers, a man who could have said what he wanted, talked after he was transferred, and there's lots to be said about it. Let's wait and watch. The truth will come out. Whether what Param Bir Singh is saying is true or not, we'll know. I mean, he could have said this before, he never decided to say it before. So
all right, so this is a state. This is a state where a lot of rapid developments are happening. All this, sadly, we are discussing at a time where we should be actually looking at numbers now, where Maharashtra is in uncontrollable spread at the moment, and numbers that we've never seen earlier. All of this was to be managed by the Home Department. Now, what's happening to that is something that we really need to look at. But at the moment, we leave it there, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us.